What actually happens if you feed your cat only wet food for 7 days straight? Most people think nothing crazy, just a slightly better diet. But what I saw shocked me because within days, my cat started changing in ways I didn't expect. Energy, behavior, even how they looked at me. And one of these changes almost made me stop completely. But stay with me, because what happened on day 7 changed everything. Music, so I decided to test it. No dry food, no treats, just wet food for 7 days. Same portions, same feeding times. And here's what actually happened. Music, 1. Day 1 hits differently than you think. You'd expect excitement, right? New food, strong smell, instant love. But here's the part most people miss. My cat didn't just eat more. They ate slower. At first, I thought something was wrong, because usually, food is gone in seconds. But now, there was pausing, looking around, coming back. And this is where things change. Wet food is packed with moisture, around 75 to 80%. That does something powerful. It fills them up physically, not just calories, volume. So instead of inhaling food and still feeling empty, they actually felt full. Day 1 wasn't about excitement. It was about satisfaction. And honestly, that set the tone for everything else. But stay with me, because day 3 is where I started questioning everything. Music too. By day 3, something weird happened. The water bowl, barely touched. At first I thought, is this a problem? Should I be worried? But here's the truth most owners don't realize. Cats aren't built to drink much water. They evolved getting hydration from prey. So when you switch to wet food, their body finally gets what it was missing, and you can actually see it. Litter box changes, more frequent, but lighter, which sounds small, but it's huge. Because this means their system isn't struggling anymore. Their kidneys aren't working overtime. Everything becomes easier. And this is where things change again. My cat started seeming calmer, less restless, less random pacing, like something internal had finally settled. But I wasn't fully convinced yet, until day 5 happened. Music 3. Day 5 is when it becomes visible, not behavior, appearance. Have you ever noticed how some cats just look better, softer, cleaner, healthier? That started happening fast. The fur felt different, less dry, less rough. Even the way light hit their coat changed, and here's why. Wet food is rich in real animal protein and fats. The exact things their skin and fur depend on, not processed, not stripped down, just usable nutrition. So instead of the body struggling to prioritize survival, it starts improving appearance. And the crazy part? This happened in less than a week. But here's the part most people miss. The biggest change wasn't physical. It was behavioral, and it completely caught me off guard. Music, 4. By day 6, feeding time felt different. No chaos, no desperation. Number 4, a.m. wake-up calls. And if you own a cat, you know how big that is. So what changed? It wasn't discipline, it wasn't training, it was the food. Dry food digests fast. It spikes, then crashes. So your cat keeps feeling like something is missing. But wet food, high protein, high moisture, it slows everything down, keeps them full longer. So instead of begging, they eat and walk away, calm, satisfied. And this is where it really hit me. My cat wasn't greedy before. They were just never full. Music and hay. If you're starting to see your own cat in this, just take a second to like and subscribe, because most people never realize this until it's too late. Music, 5. Day 7 is where things almost went wrong, because this is the side nobody talks about. Wet food doesn't behave like dry food. You can't just leave it out. And I learned that the hard way. One meal, sat too long, looked fine, smelled fine. But here's the truth. Bacteria doesn't announce itself. And this is where things can quietly backfire. Wet food can go bad fast, sometimes in just 1 to 2 hours, especially in warm rooms. So if your cat is a slow eater, that second visit to the bowl, it might not be safe anymore. The fix is simple, but most people ignore it. Serve smaller portions. Remove leftovers after 2 hours. Store properly. And never serve it ice cold. Slightly warm is what their body expects. Get this part wrong, and all the benefits you saw, they can flip fast. Music. So after 7 days, would I do it again? Honestly, yes. Because what I thought was better food turned out to be something completely different. It didn't just change what my cat eats. It changed how their body works, how they feel, and how they live day to day. And once you see that, it's really hard to go back.